Hello everyone and welcome to my Royal Family Today update channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The King and Queen's moving Royal Ascot homage to the late monarch who played a central role. In their letter to racegoers on the first day of the Royal Ascot, the King and Queen paid tribute to Queen Elizabeth II. On the opening day of the Royal Ascot, King Charles and Queen Camilla sent a message to racegoers. The most luxurious horse racing event is returning, with A-list celebrities and guests attending the opening day. The Royal Ascot was one of Queen Elizabeth II's favorite events on her calendar, as evidenced by an open letter published by the King and Queen ahead of the races. In her honor, a picture display featuring images of the late monarch enjoying the races over the years has been set up this year. The new King's letter paid tribute to the late Queen's central role in the event. "We are delighted to welcome you to Royal Ascot in this, our coronation year," they stated. "Millions of people will watch and enjoy 5 days of intense racing, both at home and abroad. We are pleased to know that this historic race meeting continues to have a significant impact on the global racing and breeding industries." The royal meeting was always a highlight in Her late Majesty Queen Elizabeth's calendar, and naming the Queen Elizabeth II Jubilee Stakes will be a fitting way to commemorate this lifelong interest. In addition, a photographic exhibition in the grandstand will commemorate the late Queen's close association with Royal Ascot, including images of some of her 24 winners. "We are confident that this show will evoke many pleasant memories." The Royal Ascot has returned for the first time since Queen Elizabeth's death last year, with King Charles and Camilla leading the royal carriage parade. As improving sustainability is critical to all events and businesses, we were pleased to hear that the village enclosure at Ascot will be net carbon zero this year and that the racecourse is making renewed efforts to reduce waste, the message said. Finally, we wish all the owners, breeders, trainers, jockeys, and hard-working stable staff with runners this week the best of luck. Having a runner at Royal Ascot is a tremendous and unusual accomplishment, and we hope you enjoy the experience. The late Queen used to visit every day at Royal Ascot, but it is unknown if Charles and Camilla would attend all 5 days this year. Every day, however, a wide spectrum of royals attend, with the Prince and Princess of Wales frequently spending the day there at least once. Meanwhile, Royal Ascot has renamed one of its most important races in honor of the former Queen. The highlight sprint, the Platinum Jubilee Stakes, will now be called as the Queen Elizabeth II Jubilee Stakes and will be held on Saturday of the 5-day on board. King Charles was kept up to date on the status of the missing Titanic sub. Shahzada Dawood is one of 5 individuals aboard Titan, the submersible that has been missing since Sunday and has fewer than 40 hours of oxygen on board. After learning that one of those on board is a major supporter of 2 of King Charles' charities, he is asked to be kept up to date on the search for the missing Titanic sub. Shahzada Dawood, who is missing together with his son Suleiman, has long supported the Prince's Trust International and the British Asian Trust. The King, it is reported, has asked to be kept fully informed of the situation, and his thoughts and prayers are with the Dawood family and all those involved in the event and recovery efforts. According to Canada's Joint Rescue Coordination Centre, the submersible Titan went missing on Sunday around 435 miles south of St. John's, Newfoundland. Its disappearance prompted a desperate worldwide rescue operation, with the search spanning a region greater than the state of Connecticut in the United States. According to the U.S. Coast Guard, Mr. Dawood is one of 5 persons on board the sub, which has less than 40 hours of oxygen remaining. The Dawoods are one of Pakistan's most powerful families. According to their relatives, they were both aboard the ship. "We are very grateful for the concern shown by our colleagues and friends and would like to request everyone to pray for their safety while granting the family privacy at this time," they stated in a statement. The family is being well looked after, and they are praying to Allah for the safe return of their family members. Dawood Hercules Corp., situated in Karachi, is involved in agricultural, petrochemicals, and telecommunication infrastructure. Shahzada Dawood is also a member of the SETI Institute's Board of Trustees, which searches for alien intelligence. According to SETI, the Dawoods live in the United Kingdom. He also serves on the Global Advisory Board of the Prince's Trust International, which was established by King Charles IUI to fight young unemployment. He holds degrees from the University of Buckingham in the United Kingdom and Philadelphia University in the United States. Ocean Gate Incorporated founder Stockton Rush, British billionaire Hamish Harding, and French diver Paul-Henri Nargeolet relatives are entertained by the King and Queen at the historic Royal Ascot event. As they were driven down the course in a carriage with their pals, the Duke and Duchess of Wellington, King Charles and Queen Camilla waved to the fans in the grandstand. On Tuesday, the King and Queen hosted Camilla's relatives for the inaugural Royal Ascot of the new reign, ushering in a new era for the race meeting and the family. They arrived at the royal racetrack in a traditional carriage parade that highlighted the Windsor's new extended family, with the in-laws anticipated to be welcomed to royal functions in the future. As they were driven along the course in a carriage with their pals, the Duke and Duchess of Wellington, King Charles, 74, and Queen Camilla, 75, waved to the fans in the grandstand. Princess Anne was trailed by Camilla's younger sister Annabel Elliot, the Queen's nephew Sir Ben Elliot, the former Conservative Party co-chair knighted in Boris Johnson's resignation honors list, and his wife Lady Elliot, daughter of artist Steve Winwood. Camilla's son, food writer Tom Parker Bowles, 48, was waiting in the parade ring to meet them, along with other members of the royal family, before traveling to the royal box. Zara and Mike Tyndall, Princess Beatrice and her husband Edo Mapelli Mosey, and Peter Phillips and girlfriend Lindsay Wallace were among those exchanging kisses. Tom kissed his mother, who was dressed in a cream-embroidered Dior coat and dress, a Philip Treacy hat, and a diamond and oyster shell brooch with pearl that had previously belonged to Elizabeth Yu and the Queen Mother. The anticipated rain held off pleasantly, and the first day of the 5-day meeting drew a solid audience, as confident Ascot officials said there was no hint of Britain's cost of living issue impacting attendances. We've seen strong sales across the board, and attendance is forecast at 265,000 for the week, very similar to last year, which was around 270,000, said Will Aikenhead, a spokesperson for Ascot, which is owned by the Monarch but attracts people from all social classes to its races. Thursday and Saturday are sold out in the Queen Anne enclosure. Before the royals entered the parade ring, there was a tribute to Elizabeth Yu on the big screen, which included old footage of her at Ascot. A photography exhibition in the grandstand paid tribute to her 24 Ascot victories. The late monarch's thoroughbreds have been taken on by the King and Queen, who will enter a string of horses over the next 5 days. However, Saga, ridden by Frankie Dettori, was unable to add to the royal winner count on Tuesday, finishing 5th in the Wolferton Stakes. Ines Hernandez, an American GP who travels to the UK on a regular basis to witness the meeting, was among those donning the typical outrageous headgear at Royal Ascot. Mrs. Hernandez, a milliner, was wearing a headgear in the shape of a huge butterfly made from paisley pattern cloth, which was also mirrored in her trouser suit. The Queen was a great supporter of Royal Ascot, and I think she would have wanted that relationship between Ascot and the royal family to continue after she died, and hopefully Charles will continue to support it, she said. I designed this with the King in mind. It's new beginnings, milliner Viv Jenner remarked of her spectacular hat with ostrich quills and a stylized St. George's flag. After last summer, I wanted to make a hat in the racing silks of our new king, red, purple, and gold, and I'll be wearing it on Ladies' Day this week. Viv Jenner wore a beautiful headdress with ostrich quills and a stylized St. George's flag, explaining, I designed this with the king in mind. It's new beginnings. After last summer, I wanted to make a hat in the racing silks of our new king, red, purple, and gold, and I'll be wearing it on Ladies' Day this week. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.